So now that it's 2015, which I find is crazy, 2014 completely flew by. Like, I feel like I just got used to writing 2014 on paper and like typing it in on the computer, and now it's already 2015, and I'm gonna have to get used to that too. We didn't really do much for New Year's. Paul was sick. He had a bad cold, which I now have. Joy. So we just kind of stayed in, watched TV, ate some food, took it easy. January 1st, we didn't really do much. We had a house showing on January 2nd, so we weren't, we kind of had to do a lot of cleaning and stuff. We've had some friends from out of town too, and some of them were staying at our place. So we kind of had to do some cleanup to get the house back to show ready condition. And then on the 2nd, Paul and I got up, we kind of did our thing. He went out to go to a friend's place to do some woodworking, and my boobs had been sore for a couple days, and I didn't really think too much of it, and I haven't been really tracking anything other than when I get my period. So like, I know when it starts and when it ends, and that's pretty much it. My cycles have been pretty regular, except for November. November was really odd. I had a cycle that, even though I'm normally like give or take 29 days, it went to about 40 days, I think. And I can't remember exactly how many days. It might have even been over 40. Anyways, I didn't feel weird, but I also wasn't like PMSy or anything, so I was kind of wondering what was going on. I went out and I bought a box of pregnancy tests. I got 2 first response. I took it, and plain stark negative, like white. So I actually that same day, later on that afternoon, I ended up getting my period. So I was thinking, man, if all I have to do is buy a box of pregnancy tests to get for my period to show up on time, then maybe that's what I'm gonna have to do. Anyway, so I didn't really think too much of it. It was really odd that it was a 40-day cycle, because I haven't really had that happen at all lately. The most I usually get to is about 33 days. So that cycle started December 1st, and so I was expecting a period again around New Year's, but because I had such a weird cycle the month before, I wasn't really thinking much about it. I was like, whatever, it'll show up when it shows up. I think you probably get what I'm getting at here. So on January 2nd, right before I got in the shower, I decided I would use the other first response that I had gotten in the box and put my mind to rest about these sore boobs. And I got this. I'm not sure if it'll actually focus or not. Yeah, so I think that's pretty plain to see that that is a blazing positive. I was about to jump in the shower, and I had already peed on the test, and I had put the cap back on, and I just stuck it on the counter. I was like, whatever, I'll take a look when I get out of the shower, just assuming that it would be negative. And as I was about to step in the shower, I could see it like soaking across the screen, and I could see a line, and I know that you don't, like, the control line's on the right side. So the fact that I was already seeing a line, I kind of like started freaking out, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. So it didn't even get all the way past the screen before like the test line and the control line were there, and the test line is so dark. Like, I don't know if you caught that. Those lines are not reversed. That is a really dark line. So not the next day, but the day after, I went to the store. I got the first response, the digital with the dating, just to see if it was on track with where my cycle was, and it was. I got the screen's already, like, the battery already died on that. So, but it was the 2 to 3, so 4 to 5 weeks pregnant, which is exactly where I kind of thought I was. And I used the other one that came in the box. I don't usually use blue dye tests, but that's obviously positive as well. Just realizing there's kind of a glare on that. I don't know if you can actually see it or not. anyways, yeah, super positive. And so I tried to get a hold of my family doctor, and they're closed for training yesterday and today. So I called the OB who saw me through the two miscarriages, and I have an appointment with him for next Wednesday. And then I have an appointment the following Tuesday for an ultrasound. So by the time I actually get the ultrasound, I will be 7 weeks and 1 day, or 7 weeks and 2 days. I haven't had any blood work done yet, but I'm still going to try and get in touch with my family doctor tomorrow to see about them faxing over a requisition for blood work before I actually go to see the OB. So that way I can hopefully do blood work tomorrow and Friday, and then I'll get more blood work, I guess, on the next Wednesday. So that's my big news. I'm pregnant. I can't, honestly, like, I can't even believe it. I never thought that Paul and I would ever have a surprise pregnancy, because I thought that everything was going to have to be so calculated and have to go through fertility treatments and all of that kind of stuff. And Paul is extremely excited. I think he's even more excited than I am. I'm still kind of freaking out, like kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. And I think anyone else who has experienced the loss can probably relate, where you just don't, it's hard to get really excited because you're constantly thinking of all of the what ifs and over analyzing symptoms or lack of symptoms. And like, it's not that I'm not excited, but I'm still very cautious, and I'm trying not to be too excited to the point where if this doesn't end well, that I'm not completely devastated. Paul is very excited, and yes, he's excited to be a parent, but he's also very excited to know that he's fertile, because we weren't really sure if he would get that back after chemo. So now that he knows that everything works, he's extremely excited. So that's my big news. I won't post again until I've at least met with the doctor, but most likely after the ultrasound, to see how everything's going. So anyone who's still sticking around from when I was making videos before, thank you for staying subscribed. I wasn't sure whether I'd ever be back to make videos or not. But yeah, so hopefully I'll be posting again more often. Providing everything goes well. I don't think I'll do weekly updates, because I don't really think there's that much to update on in a week, but maybe bi-weekly or monthly updates from now on. So that's it. Hope you're all having a great day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.